Welcome to the series on canvases. This is the start of the series on the opportunity canvas. So what you see behind me is an opportunity canvas. What I'm going to do is walk through the sections of the opportunity canvas, and I'm going to do it in the order that is the most effective order for stepping through this. What we're going to start with is the actual problem that is being identified by your customer base. So it's either your customers or your users. So if it's customers, if you're dealing with a product, maybe a physical product, you have customers that have specific needs that over time you can get with feedback, or you have an idea that you want to try and see if the customers actually start to buy into that and create an actual viable product for you. Also on software, you see that there's the word user in here. From the software side of things, you have users that use the product or the application or app that you're developing, and that satisfies a specific need. Or you have a service, maybe you have a consulting service or a sort of professional service, either cleaning, yard work, shipping, logistics, whatever industry. Then we can look at that and identify what are the key problems that are happening for your specific industry. So what I'd like to start out with is when we're looking at the opportunity canvas, we're identifying a problem that the customer base is articulating or something that you've identified through research that exists in the marketplace. So for an example, let's go through a concrete example for this opportunity canvas, and we're going to start with looking at maybe lost bags. The problem is, okay, so the first problem I've articulated is we cannot easily locate or find lost bags. When we've done, or let's assume that we've done some research, and the research shows that, okay, there's a lot of lost baggage potentially when you go through baggage claims in an airport. That's always been the fear is, okay, I lost my bags, I don't know where they are, nobody can find it. Or you're in a restaurant and later you leave, but you thought you had your bag, you don't have your bag, it's not in the car, maybe it's not even in the restaurant, and you're trying to trace back, well, where did I last leave it? That's a potential problem. So it's not necessarily it's the airport. We have different sort of problems that arise. It still falls under the lost bag problem. Another problem maybe is with tracking. So here's the other potential problem, and what we're doing is we're trying to align problems that may be able to mesh together. If these are two different problems, just say we're looking at the ability to locate lost bags versus the ability to carry a certain size of object within the bag, two different problems, we should separate them. But we're looking for where we can interconnect these problems. So we're looking at the ability to locate versus the ability to track the path that bag took, wherever from the point that we start to wherever that bag ends. And this is, later we're going to get a little different in the solution path than if we were to think of a parcel tracking. And in parcel tracking, it does show, because there's scan-in points when your parcel is being shipped. So think of, if you look at Amazon or a UPS tracking, and they show the tracker, it says, okay, scanned in, picked up at facility, on transport to a specific distribution center, then on truck for delivery. What we're looking at here specifically is if you want to track something that you started your day with, but like me, I'm quite forgetful. So for me to have a tracker on some piece of thing, so for example, if I were carting this big thing around with me all day and I end up losing it, well, it's nice to have a way that I had that track throughout the day so I can see, okay, where did it go? And then if I can't specifically find where it went, because maybe somebody turns off the tracker, then at least I can back trace my steps and see where it last stopped signaling me.